Hey, everybody. Before we get into this episode, we thought it was necessary that we come in and talk up for a minute about the state of Hollywood at the moment. Um, I'm sure all of you have seen and heard that of the writer's strike, the WGA is on strike, and now SAG-AFTRA is on strike, which is the Screen Actors Guild. So every actor, um, mostly, that's like more lower popularity actors, are on strike, and there are basically no projects being filmed or in production at all.
Mhm.
Um, this the reason we're talking about this now is because it doesn't affect us, but it does. As you know, we're a news show. We talk all the news, and it's mainly movies and shows, mostly movies and shows. And the one of the whole things is that these new projects coming out are not going to be marketed. They'll be marketed by people associated with it, to and we know that there are some people that are choosing not to talk about movies or shows or anything on social media. They have platforms on there because to show their stance with the WGA and SAG.
Mhm.
And we here we will say 100% we stand with the actors and the writers. They deserve fair pay and just equal compensation for their work, and not to have it taken over by AI.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
big no no, big no
yeah,
no there.
yeah, and we. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a way to say this as we go. We will still be reporting the news. Now, we are not being paid for this at all. This is all stuff you take with a grain of salt, other than the official stuff.
Mhm.
But I will say now, all of this news comes from before the strike happened. So this is not new, like um, like completely recent stuff. This is like last week. Um, so we don't know what the state of news will be like in the next few weeks, if any. Probably might not get any news. Who knows?
Yeah, we
Uh,
probably nothing.
yeah, it might be pretty barren. But we hope that a conclusion to this strike it happens soon, and that it's a fair deal. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I
can't say it myself.
yeah, I just felt like we should come on here and say that we stand with the WGA and SAG, and we hope that they keep fighting the good fight, and we'll be here supporting them by promoting their now not promoting like in a paid capacity, but to the best of our ability, trying to get people to be excited for the projects that they work tirelessly on. But yeah, all right, into the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito, the only show that saw that Tom Holland was trending on Twitter and then immediately regretted looking into it. My name's Darien,
My name's Landon.
and today we have a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, we got games, you name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how you been doing?
Well, saw Tom Holland was trending on Twitter.
Good
um,
question.
but yeah, it's no big deal. I know people were freaking out about that. I don't understand the big deal. I think it's whatever.
It
I
just
get
happened.
it just.
It's
I
very
mean, he's
unexpected.
an actor. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Dude, there were people freaking out about it. I can't remember that one guy. He was all like, "Not my Spider Man." I'm like, well, um, Toby and Andrew aren't either because they've done the same thing.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean that's true.
Toby's is hilarious because
It's Robert Downey
in,
Jr., isn't it?
in my mind, Iron Man and Spider Man slept together. And it's hilarious.
Lord.
With Alex the Lion coming in on them. Uh, yeah, I mean it was great, but doing okay. Got PlayStation VR 2 this weekend. Girlfriend hit my PS5, knocked it over onto the ground.
Wow. You putting
Still
her out there
works,
like that.
but it's been okay. It still works though, so I'm happy about that. How's your weekend? How you?
Um, yeah. It's been good. I went to the comic store the other day. I haven't done that in a while. Picked up the next Peacemaker book that I needed.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you read
that's
it
always
yet?
fun. Yes, I have. I read it immediately. I mean, it was good. I mean, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I'm enjoying it at the moment, but I hope it gets better.
Well, were you into it
Um,
first, but now it's just like what is
yeah, I was
kind of
into
like?
the first issue, but now it seems like it's kind of like weird. I don't know.
I gotcha,
It's very goofy.
but
But
not like a.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. And yeah, I went to Acme Comics in Greensboro, which if no one's been there, you need to go there because that store is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else? I mean, anything? We both watched an episode of Secret Invasion.
Yep.
We watched a trailer for a movie that I never thought would never get another trailer, and now and now we never thought the marketing would start for it, and then the marketing started, then it ended the day after.
Yeah, I know it is. I tell you what, though, the episode 4 trend keeps chugging. That's for dang sure.
Yes, it
For
it, it
for,
does.
for these Marvel
Um,
shows.
yeah, and we'll get into that. Actually, we can go ahead and get into that now. So spoilers for episode 4 of Secret Invasion. Betrayed, I think
Yeah,
is the
that's
name of
right.
this episode.
Yes.
All right, thoughts going in to the episode.
Um, very high. But I was gonna. I say very high because I'm just like, okay, episode 4 trends are pretty good.
Yeah,
But if this episode wasn't as good as the rest, I wasn't gonna knock it and be like, oh, this is. I expected it to be better because it's episode 4. But it was pretty high because I was like, usually episode 4 is pretty good because that's when the story kind of really picks up.
and I would say that not incredibly much, but I mean it picked up more than it has in the last few episodes. I think,
Yeah, no, I
even
agree.
though this episode's really short, which is my main complaint about it. I didn't like how short it was.
Yeah, what was it like 28 minutes?
It was 35,
35.
I
Okay.
think, around that, and the other episodes have been 55,
So
56.
so maybe it would be 28 or so if we're not
Well,
including like
credits,
credit.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Well, the credits are only like a couple minutes long. I think about like 2.5 minutes long.
including beginning and ending.
Yeah. Oh, well, the beginning. I didn't think about the beginning. Oh no, the beginning's like a minute long.
Okay.
But yeah. Uh, I
I mean,
going into.
no, I was saying, but yeah, it did feel very. I do definitely agree. It did feel very short. Um, Me personally, I didn't hate it being short. I was actually kind of glad. I don't know if it's because just a mood at the time. I remember I got off work and I was just
You
exhausted.
probably just wanted it to be like, yeah, you're ready to get through it.
And I
Which
was
I
ready.
think.
And
I
I
don't
was
know.
just ready.
It does. I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit longer. I think I know. I think they cut something out of this episode. I think they cut out Olivia Colman's character, the British lady,
Yeah,
who was like torturing that guy in the second episode.
yeah,
I think they cut. She wasn't in this episode at all, so I think they cut her out of
yeah.
this one, maybe.
I'm a little aggravated because I want to definitely get into the thing with this,
Oh yeah,
the reveal, put it
yeah.
lightly. Uh,
Um. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and go into it. My thoughts going into this episode were high. I was also with the episode 4 thing, but also, I mean, I said last week. I think this. I know there's a lot of complaints with this show. Um. I could see where the complaints are coming from, but I'm enjoying the show because it's different than most of the other Marvel shows.
I definitely don't
And
hate it.
no, it's kept me engaged so far.
Yeah,
I haven't felt bored. I maybe like episode 1, maybe at the beginning, but like that was only because everything was starting.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what the. Yeah, I never felt any like anger or like rolled my eyes at any moment. Just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's pretty good. I can like sit. So far, I feel like if this show ended, I could do a rewatch on it pretty
I
easily.
heard that Samuel Jackson keeps saying that the finale is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm definitely interested in what, especially after this,
Yeah,
the reveal in this. I mean, what does this set up?
yeah. There's a few reveals in this and big moments.
Yeah,
Um, I guess we
we
start at the
talk, we,
beginning
yeah, yeah.
with the first immediately first reveal. Um, Gaia, she's alive. I mean, come on. We knew
You know,
there's no way. She when she got the code for Talos in the last episode, scanned that doctor's body's mind and got the information about how to activate the Super Scroll machine. Um, and I'm really kind of curious because I'm like, does that mean that if she got it from the human's mind, does that mean the humans were researching and how to give people powers? So it makes me think. I mean, like, is that something that like I don't know.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Makes
I
I don't
know.
know why the human would
I
have
mean, a
been.
world series. I mean, I feel like humans would definitely like look that up.
Yeah. Um, but she gives herself extremis powers. Um, and she heals the bullet wound, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what the episode. She's alive.
Not,
Um,
not really a shocker.
yeah.
Um, but I
What's
mean,
the
it's you know,
yeah?
we'll see.
I'm trying to remember
Yeah,
the next scene. Um, I think it immediately goes into Fury's wife.
it does. It does.
Um, and she's at the church. They heard the voice on the phone at the end of the last episode, which was Rhodey. That's confirmed.
Mhm.
Told her to meet at this church, and they're talking, and he mentions the Undertaker, the WWE reference.
Yes.
Um, which is weird because Dave Batista is in WWE, and he's
Yeah.
also direct. Right?
Yeah. And
Uh,
he's going to get Undertaker in the MCU.
in the MCU, your
Yeah.
hero,
Who would he play?
Ghost Rider. No,
Just
he's
right.
too big. He's too old.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'll still go with my Norman Reedus.
Yeah, that's what I'd pick. But yeah. So we have Fury's wife. Oh, actually, no, it didn't start with that. It was the flashback to 2012.
You
They
sure?
flash. Yes, yeah, because I'm looking right now on Disney Plus. They flash
Oh,
back to 2012 when we see Nick Fury from the first Avengers movie. He's got like he looked kind of I don't know if it was de-aging or they just like shaved his beard and put makeup on.
yeah.
Uh, but him and he's in Paris and he finds his wife and they're talking and they read this poem. I can't remember. Okay, the poem was like, "And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so," it's like I did. And what did you want to feel myself beloved? It was like to be beloved and to feel myself beloved on this earth, or something like that.
Yeah.
Which comes into play. That same thing comes into play later on. Um, that there's a little scene like that. And they're having some kind of little nice couple moment. And then we get to the church. Rhodey's there saying, "I need you to kill Nick Fury for me. I fired him. I need you to take him out." And she's like, "He's weak. He'll just die on his own. You don't need to do that." And he gets up and he's like, "Well, if you're not gonna do it, then I will." And he says, I'll kill you. Or I'll kill you." I think is what he said. He said, "You can flip a coin for all I care."
At that
Uh,
point, ooh, okay,
yeah,
already
yeah, a little suspicious.
little suspicious there. Yeah, definitely.
And Nick Fury had a bug on his wife, so he heard all that.
Oh yeah.
Um, And we get to Gravik, and he's loading soldiers in off in Russia. The president of the United States, President Ritson, is going to Russia to speak with them, and they're going to cause a what seems like a Russian. based incident where the Russians attack, but they're making it seem like they're trying to start the whole war between Russia and the United States.
Yeah.
Like to have seen Talos and Gaia, and they're talking on the bench and having a little father daughter moment, and it ends pretty bad because Gaia gets mad at Talos and gets up and leaves. I mean, he was
Hmm.
trying to say that his plan is he's going to go talk to President Ritson and try to convince him to give amnesty to the 1 million Skrulls and let them live among humans.
I like
Which
to see how,
seemed kind of a far stretched
yeah,
plan.
definitely hard. So I was like, I like to see how that would get.
Yeah.
um,
Fury's wife shows back up at the house. Fury's making tea for her. They sit down. This is my favorite scene of the episode,
mhm.
which is them sitting at the table, and he's like, in all my years of stupid decisions, he said, you are by far the greatest mistake. And they
Oh,
go
yeah,
through
man,
all that.
old
Yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah. And they're going through all that thing, and he's like, I want you to tell me who she is, or whatever. She says that she took the form of a hospital nurse and found an older lady who was dying of cancer, I think, in the hospital, and she was like, "Do you want to feel loved?" And she said she'd take her body and find her love. Basically, talking about this was all just a setup to go Nick Fury. This marriage has been fake the whole time, basically,
Yeah.
on her end. And she said that she did that. One of the lines she said like really freaked me out. I don't know why. But she was like, it was three promises: one, that I bury her at sea; two, that I keep up appearances with her parents. Could you imagine, like, your kid not even being your kid, kid's been dead forever, so somebody acting like your kid for
Oh yeah.
decades?
Oh yeah. I mean, and just having that just reveal. Oh yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
my God. And then the other one was that, and that she wouldn't hurt him. And then Nick Fury recites the poem again. They shoot at each other. I First I thought she shot Nick because it shows her fine at the bullet hole behind her. I was like, she did not just shoot him.
Yeah.
But then turns out they shot past each other. And then Fury goes, I don't know if this means we should get divorced or renew our vows. And they had a whole thing. They're basically not together anymore, from what I got at the end of it. She was like, "Would you have loved me even if I was me? Oh, if I was me, or something like that." And he was like, "I guess we'll never know." And he leaves.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing
Yeah.
they're
I got from it. It's like they're done.
yeah. I really like this scene. I really like the acting in this show's been great.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, it's Samuel Jackson doing his thing, and it's always good.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
give them like freedom to do whatever, and he will make it good.
That's true. Let's see. We got 4 minutes left, so I guess I'll go ahead and stop it now, and then continue on talking about the episode. The next scene is the scene that everyone has been wanting in the MCU since the start. It's our very first Don Cheadle shower scene,
Dang right.
except he's green
No,
and a woman.
no way. Okay, I'm back
um,
into it.
yeah. So yeah, there's this girl showering, and they get out, and then they wipe the mirror, and it's Rhodey.
Yep.
And that's such a like I already could tell. I already basically knew he's a scroll by the church scene.
Oh yeah, it was funny because everybody was talking about like I'm still shocked about something I already knew about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
the question is now that how long has he been a scroll? And Kevin Feige said that some of his past MCU appearances he was a scroll. So that leads me to believe that
I'm gonna say right now, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I feel like he definitely was.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I feel like this sets up Armor Wars perfectly too. Because if this scroll version of him's been doing stuff, working in the government, right? Selling weapons,
oh yeah,
that's what Armor Wars is.
yeah.
He's got to fix that. And that's personal for him.
Now I am. I'm so. I literally. I mean, if we get a story of Rhodey finding out Tony Stark is dead, and like his best friend is dead, and he has to get all of those weapons back. That's gonna be some good. That's gonna be some drama right there, and
Cinema.
I'm very excited to just be there.
Be present.
Like, tell me just that concept. Doesn't sound awesome
No,
to
it's not.
me.
It sounds awesome. I mean, I'm already all there for Armor Wars anyway, only because it's a War Machine movie and because Justin Hammer's in it.
I I know, and like Don Cheadle, I think Don Cheadle doesn't get the recognition he deserves.
He's a good actor.
He's a great actor.
He acts well in his mannerisms. I noticed in this episode, which I was going to talk about in a second, actually. Um, his scenes, he acts more. What's the way when he interacts with people, he acts a little different than used to him, and I think that's because like I maybe Don Cheadle was kind of like tapping into that. All right, this is Rhodey, but this isn't Rhodey, and so
Yeah,
he's got to be a little off and a little kind of acts a
yeah,
little feminine in some of the way things he does.
yeah.
I find that interesting.
I am. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. Because I mean, literally, I can imagine like the final episode, like they said, well, now where's real Rhodey at? And they
Yeah, well,
found him.
he said this sets up Armor Wars.
I mean, imagine just. I mean, well, they found him, and he's like just like skin and bones, and
Super like Superman and the Flashpoint.
yeah, exactly like that. He's
Scene.
in like a bunker or something.
I think
Maybe it's horrible to
I think
see, but
he's in a room with a bunch of other people because when in the trailers it showed like this thing where there was a bunch of people in pods all like in this giant room, like they were everywhere, and Dio was in there. So I think that might be where he's at.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Nick Fury shows up in his apartment. Says I don't like the way we left things last time, so I brought you. He brought him a bottle of some like 23-year-old liquor, which is the same liquor actually. She-Hulk buys some in like the second episode of She-Hulk, from what I read.
Okay.
It's this only other time it showed up in the MCU. So some kind of I don't know. It's a little connection there. I don't know why. It's a really expensive liquor or wine or whatever it is.
Okay. Did
Um,
it real liquor? Because maybe we could.
yes, it's six
Maybe
thousand dollars.
we should review it one day. I don't
It's
know.
$6,000.
Are you kidding me? Oh my
Yes,
god.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what Nick Fury said. He said 23 karat liquid gold.
good god.
But they sit there and drink. Don Cheadle's like, "Should I be afraid of poisoning?" He was like, "Poisoning? No, nanotechs." Um, he's making a they're a little like they're just like this whole kind of tense conversation. Nick Fury knows that he's a Skrull, right?
Oh yeah, he knows.
And I'm gonna call Rhodey. I call him Scrody.
Ugh.
Okay, I won't do that. Rhodey uh basically catches on. They're having this whole conversation. Rhodey ends up he was like, Nick Fury says I have a lead on some Skrulls high up in the US government as close to President Ritson as me and you are now, maybe even closer. And Rhodey's like, oh, this again, talking about Skrulls and all this stuff. And he drinks the liquor
Yeah.
and he gets up and they go and he's like, I have a counter argument for the Nick Fury wanted his permission to reveal this something. Or he said he was going to reveal it unless he'll let. I can't remember. Something like that. Some ultimatum. And then Rhodey pulls out a computer, pulls up a video of Gravik as Nick Fury shooting Maria Hill, and he says it would really be a shame if this leaked out to the public. And basically saying like I'll leak this, and I also have copies of it, is what he said. If you try to talk about Skrulls being in the government,
Oh yeah.
and Nick Fury gets mad, leaves.
Oh, of course. Understandable.
Yeah. Next up, we find out Nick Fury put liquid location tracker in the drink, so he can track.
Liquid location tracker.
Yeah,
That's a comic book thing. I don't know. Is that real?
I don't think so. That's a comic book thing.
I guess he put like a small tracker in like
Yeah,
in the liquid, but like
it could
liquid.
be nanotechs. It could be nanotechs, like he said. Maybe he wasn't joking.
That's true. Oh,
But it's
we
something
should.
very much a comic book would do.
That sounds like I gave him the liquid tracker. It's like, oh, okay. How's that
Uh,
work?
who knows? Yeah, but people are protesting.
Well, I mean, can you lose can they lose track of you if you
Well, it
like?
would lose track once it like leaves your body. So once it's
Yeah, that's
done,
what I'm saying.
they'd
Okay.
have to pee first.
No, I'll rush it. I don't know.
Um, so people protesting the president, Talos and Fury follow them, president to meet because they're going to the meeting in Russia. War Machine meets with the president. President realizes he's been drinking, and he says to get him a large coffee for the road. Um, let's see. I'm pretty sure the president's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't die in this episode, gets close to it, but Harrison Ford's president and Captain America next year, so if it is still coming out next year, unless it gets delayed.
Do we know if what's his name filmed anything? I can't remember his name at the moment. Who was originally General Ross?
Oh, no, he didn't film anything.
Okay.
Well, it's not that we know of.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but Rhodey gets in and the president gets in as well. They're driving down. Gravik and his people show up, helicopters, shoot missiles, hit the president's car. President goes flipping, you know. And then the whole war ensues, right? Everyone's fighting, helicopters being blown up. Nick Fury shoots a tiny little rocket launcher at a helicopter. I've never seen a smaller rocket launcher in my life.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like the size of my foot.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was pretty small. I was like, dang, dude, that thing had that much power
I
to it.
know. No, check out a whole helicopter.
I mean, look at how angry. Who knows?
Okay. There. So all this is going on. Big fight. Fury's got a shotgun. He's taking people out. Um, Gravik's men see Talos, and he was like, "Go kill Talos." And Gravik drops his gun, walks out, and stretches his a Groot arm out and grabs dude, wraps him in like tree bark, and crushes him.
Mm-hmm.
There's some Groot action going on here.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool seeing the scrolls have like powers and all that. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and they're using it's like the Fantastic Four powers, except it's not.
Yeah.
So he crushes that guy. His whole war going on. The British Army show up, and while Talos is punching a window trying to get the president out of the vehicle, one of the British soldiers sees him and like, "There's an alien. He's trying to get the president." And Fury's like, "No, no, he's with me." And then Talos gets shot right in the
Oh, yeah.
shoulder. So he's still trying to bust the window, but he's hurt. I really like what they did with the makeup, with like half prosthetic, half like his face, where
Oh
it
yeah.
looked really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's sitting there trying to punch it, but he's like getting hurt. And they managed to get the president out, and they take him. Nick Fury takes him to the truck, turns around, and right before this, one of the guard that tried originally yelled at Talos, thought he was an alien, or he is an alien, saw that he was an alien. Picks him up and is walking to Fury. Fury turns around, they're just standing there. Fury knows the scroll, the way they're acting. So he holds gun, he's like, let go of him now. He shoots the guy in the face. Soldier turns into Gravik, and Gravik stabs Talos in the heart. Yeah, killing him basically, like immediately. Fury
Yeah.
like screams
Oh yeah.
and
He's
shoots twice. Yeah,
too.
yeah. He shoots Gravik in the face. This is crazy. Shoots him in the face, and he turns, and you see like a hole going through his face and everything.
That's like
All
that's like
for and
it's like some Terminator stuff right
yeah, and
there.
it
Like,
just grows
dude.
back, and he turns and leaves. He gets on a bike and leaves. And
Oh,
Fury decides to stay with the president and drive and keep him safe. And Talos' body is the last shot of the episode, and it is. I literally just talked through the entire episode. That was like every scene.
yeah, that was everything. And yeah, that was not a breakdown. You just copyrighted the whole thing, pretty
Yeah.
much, Lord. But
Um,
well, it's short enough. That makes sense.
they killed Talos, man. I
Yeah,
knew they were gonna do it.
yeah,
Knew it,
I knew too. I was just like, yeah,
but I was
it's
so mad.
yeah,
Maria Hill and Talos in the same. And what? So messed up.
uh,
Okay. Do you think he's dead, or do you think that was Gaia? What do you think?
I think he's dead.
Because Nick Fury has no one now.
Yep.
Literally no
I
one.
I
Wife.
I
No
I,
one.
I,
His wife's.
I straight up do think he is dead.
It would be crazy. A second episode in a row, they do a fake.
No switcheroo on us.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I mean, a show is made for that stuff.
I
So
still think the president. Well, I don't know. The president got shot and he didn't turn into a scroll. So he didn't get shot. He was just in a wreck.
yeah,
I don't know. My original theory was the president was a scroll, but maybe he just dies.
I'm he just dies.
This is crazy though. So yeah, that's I mean, we gave our thoughts and stuff on episode. You want to get to a rating? I think
Yes.
we rated last episode an 8, I think, and second episode was a 9. The first is an 8.5.
Mhm. I think this is again. This does go along with the trend of bet. Episode 4 is so far like been my favorite in the
Yeah.
Marvel. I mean, I'll give this one a 9.5.
Number 5. I could
I know.
probably agree.
I mean, I know it's really short, but I
Yeah.
think I do need to probably do a rewatch on it because
I've
I
seen it
just
twice.
the satisfaction of coming home from work and just like, oh, well, pretty short episode, big reveals. Okay, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It felt right.
Yeah, I can give it a 9.5. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't. Um,
You're
all
talking
right.
about the time, so I was wondering if you were
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
bring a lot.
That's why it's not a 10. But it's not
Yeah,
a 10. Actually, I don't know, maybe I'll give it a. I don't know. I'm thinking a 9.5. I'm not gonna give it a 9.
I got you.
Yeah, that is Secret Invasion, episode
Mhm.
4. Only 2 episodes left.
Yeah,
Short shows,
oh,
man.
yeah, very short.
Yeah. All right, I'm deleting this piece of news because it's unnecessary. Loki season 2. Let's talk about it. Owen Wilson has teased that we will see Mobius's backstory in Loki season 2. He said that, quote, it just goes deeper.
Jet ski.
Pause. Um, yes, please. Jet ski. I need to see it.
That's his obsession with a jet ski.
I want to see. That's how the season opens. Or that his origin opens up. You hear some like cool surf music or something, and you get shirtless. Oh, Wilson on a jet ski, just riding some waves.
I'm okay with that. I'm cool with it. Why do you, well, has he said he's always wanted a jet ski, or he just like
He loves jet skis and stuff. He's obsessed with them
why do you, I wonder why?
because I think he had one in his previous life before the TVA.
Hmm.
Um,
You think
yeah,
he had like a son or something, or a daughter, or a wife, or
maybe
husband?
a wife.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm excited. How much well, I don't know if it's gonna get delayed or not. I think it's already finished, so it might not. Um, but yeah, Loki season 2.
Hmm.
What's next? Um, Now this piece of news probably isn't accurate anymore, but a week ago, Agatha Coven of Chaos was reportedly on track to premiere on Disney Plus in 2024. It hasn't finished filming, so it could that could change. Um, but yeah, I have a little bit more news kind of related to Agatha later.
Yeah,
Um,
I do agree. That's probably not going to happen. No,
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
there's no chance if these dang studios get their crap together. Could just simply work out.
It'd be nice. Um, but yeah, like I said, there's another quick piece of news there. Nothing to really spend a lot of time on.
Mhm.
Here's something exciting. Anson Mount, who played Black Bolt in the Inhuman show and in He Reprised his role in Multiverse of Madness, says that he's had some quote formal conversations with Marvel Studios about returning as Black Bolt in the MCU.
That's really good news. There, I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I liked him as Black Bolt. I've never seen the show, granted. But I liked him in Multiverse of Madness. I liked his
Yeah,
outfit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
do
mean
get
his
half
outfit,
caved in.
of course, was great. Hey, I mean you can't go wrong with it. Yeah, I mean it's a
Yeah,
classic Black
and
Bolt outfit.
surprisingly, that entire outfit was completely CGI.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, he had a mocap suit on.
Wow,
Yeah,
that I can't actually I really could not tell with that.
yeah, that's crazy. Um, but yeah, Black Bolt and some out coming back as Black Bolt. I would very much enjoy that. Um, so now next here, I know we're going kind of quick, but we got a lot to talk about. Um, Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, who's made some pretty awful comments recently, regarding the
Oh,
strike that's going on.
yeah,
But he's been talking about Marvel. His plan now, he announced the plan is for Marvel. They're going to cut costs by releasing less projects, and in turn make sure the quality of the projects are up to standard, what they should be, which is what everyone wants, right? Um,
yeah.
and they're doing the same with Star Wars, which is good. I'm happy about that. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of huge for Marvel. It'd be crazy if we get back to a time where we're only getting like 1 to 2 projects a year.
And I'd be okay with that. And well, here's the, yeah,
Well,
but
I don't know
it's
if
like
I don't know. I think we need to be a little bit more than that.
I mean I'd say two at most,
Mm,
two at most in a show.
I could do 2 movies and 2 shows. I feel like they space that because right now we're getting 3 movies and 3 shows.
No, because I'd rather have you know, you get the summer movie, then you have then in the middle you have the show between like November and like December.
Mhm.
But no, let me think. Throughout a year, ugh, it's weird. I don't know.
And plus,
'Cause,
also that we wouldn't have much news to talk about on here.
well, you know, makes their job easier. It's not even that hard. No, but I don't know. I don't, I don't know how to, but I don't like Bob Iger that much. I feel like the best thing I can say about Bob Iger is that he's not Bob Chapek.
Yeah,
Um, I tell you what, Disney guy I love a lot is freaking oh
Kevin.
god no what
I don't know.
no
That's just the first thing that popped in my mind.
he owned it in the 90s god
I don't know.
I can't remember I think his name is Michael Eisner, that's his name.
Okay.
I can't get him back even though he's like old that's all I can get out he's but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bob Iger oversaw the Infinity Saga,
yeah.
or the
And what I
most of it.
like about Tiger, but I don't know what in the world. Like he kind of knows what he's talking about.
There's a dog. My dog's barking. Sorry, you
Um,
guys, if you heard that.
I mean, I didn't hear it on my end, so I think we might be okay.
I'm pretty sure they heard it. It was right about. It's right here inside the microphone.
Probably. Um, it's weird because like Bob Iger's a pretty smart dude. Like he knows what he's talking about. But I don't know
Yeah.
what again. We won't get involved too much with the strike stuff and everything. I don't know what deal he's going on with that. I don't know. I think that's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
But but I love the idea of having less content as long as it is
I
just
don't think it's a problem of too much content. I think it's a problem of not enough good content.
mhm. I mean
Because the
and
MCU fans, if we're getting stuff that's like quality out of them, we're like, give me more. We want more. We want more. Come on. Okay, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. I want it to come faster. And so I don't think it's a problem of too much. I just think it's a problem of not enough care put into it. And it kind of goes with what James Gunn talks about with superhero fatigue, not really being a thing. It's more just
yeah
bad. Everyone's tired of all these like classic tropes. 'Cause I read a quote by him, and he was like, "Studios basically are like, oh, here's a superhero movie, and they're like, oh, the super movie did good, so here's a sequel." and it just loses like, why is this movie special? Why does this movie need to feel the need to fill theaters with audiences and have people walk away feeling different than they did going into it?
Yeah,
And
no,
not
I get that.
so that's my kind of stance on it. I'm like, I don't think it's a problem of too much. I just think it's a problem of um
I mean, I'm willing to.
it's like quality.
I mean, I'm willing to sacrifice quantity to get the quality. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they
Well, yeah,
feel like they got to, sure. You know, not you better knock it out of the park. Though. You
yeah,
know, if you don't, what's the point? Like, why? What was the point of just doing that?
exactly. Um, but yeah. Oh, yeah, big piece of news next. Do we have time? Let's see. We don't. We're gonna have to. This requires me to edit in some images for people,
Awesome.
and you should know what we're gonna talk about based off that. Some set photos. Yeah. All right. So we'll talk about that in a moment.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. Wolverine electronic claws. Comes with one claw. Additional claws sold separately. Batteries not included.
Talk about the news that everyone was waiting for. Didn't expect for it to happen. We talked about it last week that Wolverine would be getting his classic blue and yellow comic outfit. Not completely comic accurate, but we had talked about that last week. And then Monday, Ryan Reynolds revealed the suit.
Whew.
Oh my god.
Whew.
You guys are seeing it on your screen right now. Just look at that. Just look at it.
The anger I had when I realized you were dead asleep when that was I was at work and I saw that and I saw it was all like I saw a notification on Twitter of the suit look. I just see the words the suit looks incredible. I'm just like, what suit? Because I'm hearing two things in my mind: Wolverine suit or Marvel Spider-Man 2. You know, either way, I'm coming.
And it was
And
both, right? Because the same day they released those Hot Toys, right? Or revealed them.
it was the same day. You're right. It was the same day. And I saw the Wolverine thing with that Twitter. That tweet was like, "What? I mean, we got like 4 Marvel things that day. We got that picture, the Hot Toys, the subway train for Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
It
And
was something.
something. And the Black Panther.
And,
Black Panther.
Black Panther game, which we will get into a bit later in this episode.
Yeah. A lot of news.
A lot of news today. So it's a big day. It's like, oh my god! I wasn't at work. I was in the freaking emergency room.
Yeah,
I was in the emergency room.
You didn't talk about that one. You have what happened this week.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, yeah.
Now,
I try to forget about it. Lord, yeah, I was in the emergency room.
You said W so big it sent you to the ER.
It did. That's how big it was. No, I like the night before. I had like, see, my blood pressure was through the roof, and I had like
Spider-Man 2. He's been watching too much Spider-Man 2 videos.
and that's what happened. I don't know what the heck.
And his blood pressure just got the best of him. And
I passed out, and I bit my fridge when I passed out. I was trying to grab.
I didn't know
it.
about this. Sorry,
I tried to grab onto something to hold myself up. I bent my fridge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe I'm a super scroll.
Maybe you're getting powers.
Dude, trust me.
Did you get bit by a spider?
I don't think so. But dude, I mean, yeah, I was looking in the ER. I saw that tweet, and I was just
convulsing. All the nurses had to come in.
The doctors and nurse came in because my dang heart rate like went up. I saw it. They had to come in there and make sure I was like, hey, they're all like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, Twitter. Because I didn't want to say, yeah, I saw a Wolverine outfit. Like, I saw Wolverine's costume.
I see everyone loves the outfit. I saw one bad take on the outfit. And the person said, I wish it didn't have sleeves. And I'm like,
yeah,
the sleeves It doesn't look bad. It'd be cool without sleeves, and I think he won't have sleeves at one point. So they're gonna get ripped off.
Yeah, I'll get or he'll rip them off like himself or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hang on, I'm eating an
I
oatmeal
mean,
cookie.
I mean, it was. I tell you what, man, I mean, you want to talk about just it's like the middle part of a cinnamon bun. That's
Yeah.
how good that seed.
Yeah,
That's how good that
that's
seed.
a good analogy.
Yeah, I mean, it's warm, smooth,
and
inviting,
it was so he looked so good. Hugh
and
Jackman, I
and,
was so happy.
and the best part about it is you want some more. And
We got
if
so much more.
if this is what this suit looks like, let me see that Cyclops. Let me see that
Yeah.
Cyclops out.
Well, rumor is that the Cyclops one will be semi comic accurate, but it's not gonna have the trunks.
I'll be
But
okay with that.
he'll have the yellow bandolier and the
Yeah, but I'll be okay with that. I'm okay. I don't need the trunks. I'll allow it if I get the cool visors and like the and like the thing.
I just want to see Halle Berry's Storm outfit.
Oh
That's
God,
gonna be
like,
so
I mean,
good.
if we're, I mean, who we are? I mean, are we getting Jubilee or no? I mean,
Well, I don't think so. I think it's like most of the classic, like the OG movie X-Men,
yeah,
but in their
I'm
classic.
cool with that.
So Jean Grey, we might get the out classic Jean Grey.
Dude, where my beast at? What's beast look like? I mean, I want to see all that.
I don't know if Beast is gonna be in it. I haven't heard about that yet.
I mean,
I
I
don't
just
see why not. I don't know.
I saw the toilet. I mean, surely, I mean, he might be in it. That toilet.
You might. And then we'll see Magneto. Oh, I bet Magneto's gonna look good.
Oh, with the red helmet. I mean, is Patrick Stewart supposed to be in this as Charles
Yeah,
or
yeah.
interesting? Interesting.
So
One theory of that Wolverine's from the
he's from
universe.
the 838 world.
Yeah,
Apparently, that we'll talk about that as a plot leak later. That kind of talks about that. But which we'll see if how right it sounds. But this suit, gosh, I'm so happy. And there were other set photos which are showing up on the screen now. Show they were filming a fight scene between Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, this like made me feel like a child looking at these pictures. I was like, oh my god, he stabbed him
it
like
felt
that.
like
He's gonna lift him up.
I tell you what, man, it just reminded me straight up. I don't know if you've seen this animated movie. It's called Hulk versus,
I haven't.
and they have two of them. It's Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk versus Thor. The Wolverine one was my favorite because I was a big fan of Deadpool and like I loved Wolverine. And the thought of Wolverine and Hulk fighting just appealed to me more than Thor and Hulk fighting. Uh, but like, oh man, yeah, I mean, it brought me back as a kid seeing because there's a part where Wolverine and Deadpool like fight in it for a minute, and it brought me back, and especially like the Deadpool game and like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really brought me back.
The I can already tell what's going on in this movie just by like watching. There's the video that came out of them doing the fight. In
Oh
front of a giant buried 20th Century Fox logo.
yeah, yes, which is probably the best thing I've seen on a set photo.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh
And I mean, there's what was there's like a bunch of other set photos that show stuff buried in the ground. They're in the void, I think,
yeah,
from Loki, the end of the crash heap at the end of time, or whatever it was, where they send the prune to objects. I wonder if that's where the X-Men are, or if this Wolverine and Deadpool get pruned. And it could be
yeah,
that, and Wolverine's mad at Deadpool. They get into a
yeah,
fight, but they can't kill each other, so Wolverine just gives up.
yeah.
I can't wait.
That probably is what happens because they're like being like looked at by the TVA. Deadpool won't shut up for a minute and or something, and next thing, and then they get pruned. Or is that pruned? Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then Wolverine's all like, "Are you kidding me?" And then just loses it on him.
There's a weird part. I know it's like they're making way for VFX. There's a part where Wolverine throws what looked like a decapitated arm at
Yeah,
Deadpool, and then Deadpool just
yeah,
flies through a wall. So I'm guessing he threw the arm at him so hard that it sent him through the wall.
I can't imagine. And it was his own arm, right?
Yeah, it was Deadpool's arm.
I can't. I could not imagine throwing an arm, your own arm, so hard. You fly through a wall. I mean, you gotta chuck that thing.
Nice. Wolverine,
Yeah,
super straight.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
At least there's some set photos also of him with the claws out.
Yeah,
They're coming out of the metal things on his knuckles.
that was cool. I mean, I'm so glad. I know there's a rumor about it. His claws would be like nanotech or something.
Yeah, that's not. No, and their claws are VFX most of the time anyway. Besides, those ones are on that set photo. Like
Yeah,
when he takes them out, that's like obviously CGI.
yeah.
I read that the mask, he will have a mask. People were mad, like, oh no, he's probably not gonna have a mask. Apparently
Yeah.
he will have a mask, and it will have the big black fins on it.
Yeah,
We
we
won.
won. Yeah, hey, I'm like, I was kind of laughing at people worried about it. I'm like, dude, if they're getting Ryan Reynolds to wear a mask throughout the whole like Deadpool series,
Yeah, those are the same
they will
Hugh
make
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, whereas when I just covers like,
I find it funny the timing of the because remember all those set photos came out, but that morning Ryan Reynolds released it. I think Ryan Reynolds saw the paparazzi were there and got ahead of them. Just went ahead and
yeah,
leaked it himself. So if he's
he's
willing to leak Wolverine like that, he leak Cyclops. Oh,
just do
just saying.
it. We're begging you, Ryan. Come on.
Um, yeah, I mean, the suit looks great. And what was the caption of it? It was like a Hugh Jackman joke. Now in
Um,
it's like now in Hugh definition or something like that. I don't know
yeah,
how you look.
yeah, yes. The first movie really is like very like low quality. I
Yeah.
guess he was just rushing to do it real quick before it got.
Well, the Instagram he posted on Instagram first, and it was Instagram compresses their photos, so it looked a little.
Yeah, yeah. Now in Hugh Def,
Yeah.
it was like
Is it
yeah.
on
So
Instagram? I'm not finding it.
I remember it just on Twitter.
Okay, I thought you might have posted on Instagram. Now in Hugh, so now in Hugh Def.
Yeah, I saw that
Um,
on like Disney posted that.
yeah. That was awesome though. And
Mhm.
I mean, let us know what you guys think of the new Wolverine suit. You like it? Not like it? What do you not like about it if you don't?
Well, yeah. If you don't like it, please explain why you don't like it, and then
Yeah,
just leave.
yeah. No, I'm kidding. Um, yeah, okay, but that was Wolverine suit. But I gotta lead up with some bad news.
No,
Deadpool 3's production is shut down due to the Screen Actors Guild strike, along with many other projects throughout Hollywood. Um,
we were
this
supposed
is
to get it sooner.
getting delayed.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Well, it's
All
crazy that
right.
the studios are losing 30 million a day, from what I read, because of the
Yeah.
strike. But yet they're not budging. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just like it makes no sense. I mean, like normally I'd be like actor like I get writers because I do honestly feel like writers. I was worried about actors. I'm like I feel like they make a good amount of money.
Well,
You know,
only apparently 1% of actors make like that much money, like where people think. Most actors are always just living paycheck to paycheck.
yeah,
And I
really.
mean, plus rent in LA is
I know
$2,000.
voice actors. I think definitely get undercut a lot.
Yeah.
And
And plus,
and
most actors live in LA, and like I said, rent in LA is 2,000 a month.
oh yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
I
so I'm
mean,
never gonna live in LA.
there's no way. And, I mean, 2,000 a month, and you'll have like a crappy apartment, like a. It'd be just like kind of like how like those New York apartments are,
Yeah, those
where it's
little
like
cramped.
all just like it's basically like one room, one thing. It's like your kitchen and bedroom.
You're gonna have a Peter Parker apart.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Honestly, that'd probably be a luxury one to some people. But no, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
you got
true.
like room for this for some of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, But I mean, but then I was all like, then they came with the AI thing. I'm like, that's dumb as all can get out. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it, you know? But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I definitely hate what's going on with voice actors out of anything because I'm just like, hey, you know, I mean, I've expressed a lot on here of how much voice actors are like. I mean, they have to do everything an actor does without being seen, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's like crazy.
Yeah. Um, and then this kind of ties into the next piece of news. Kevin Feige put out a statement email to his staff at Marvel Studios, and we know what the email was. And says this, he says, "We recognize how much you've all done on your specific projects, and it's disappointing when carefully laid plans have to shift. But constant change is the nature of the production business, and our teams are no stranger to unexpected challenges and rising to meet them. We deeply appreciate all your efforts to make the best of the situation, and we can all hope that a new agreement will be finalized soon so we can resume the great work we have in process."
Um, I'd say some good news coming out of this. Oh, there's no really good news. 'Cause, I mean, I don't even think it should even be a thing to even happen to begin with. Simply they should have came to an agreement right away. Just be like, okay, here, let's see if we can meet in the middle or something. You know, see if
Yeah.
we can agree on something here. Um, if hopefully when it goes back to production, Writers Guild will come to a decision, and
Hmm.
with also as long as the actors, Deadpool 3 can actually have a get rid of a fear I somewhat had for it with it not be able to change the script in any way during the film.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, for so like witty comedy like Deadpool, I always want the writing to be good. You
Well, the thing
know?
is also, I mean, I talked about most of that happens behind
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
like after when he does voiceover.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm talking about like major story stuff though. You know, so that's not really like, well, we can't really like refilm that. You know.
Yeah.
So luckily, you are right with that. So that's what was kind of on my mind. I was like, okay, I can be calm with that, but hopefully everything can come back to normal. You know, there's an agreement set upon, and we can. I don't have to worry as much, and I can have a Deadpool movie where they can do whatever they want, pretty much. You know.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's that. Um, in a shocking turn of events, Disney Plus's Spider-Man freshman year still happening and will be
What?
produced by the Japanese digital animation studio Polygon Pictures.
Okay.
It's going to be an anime.
Yeah. So, Aaron, you're really gonna love it.
Uh, well, I
I
don't know.
should be.
The
I'm pretty.
closest to anime I've watched is My Adventures with Superman, which I do like.
I mean, Spider-Man anime sounds perfect to me. So
But it's still the same story. It's going to be this whole like weird Spider-Man, whatever.
that's true. As it has a pretty cool art style to it. I mean, I'm okay with it. Oh, not the other one wasn't cool before. I mean, it was comic booky and all that, but now I'm just like, oh, okay. If they had something like really like cool, like sharp lines and all that, I'll be okay with that.
But that's that. They said more info will be coming soon. Miss Marvel's
Told that.
entire. uh,
Excuse me, I was like, I was told that a long time ago. More information be coming soon. what do you What do
It's
you
still
mean?
soon, okay? No
It's still
question. Miss Marvel's entire first season will be airing on ABC, the TV channel, next month, becoming the first Marvel Studios series to release on network television.
I wonder why that.
Because I think it's because of the actors' strike, they can't promote the Marvels, so they're gonna use this to promote the Marvels.
Oh, okay. I was like, why not like WandaVision? Like their first one they did, but I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Um, but the actors can't. promote it. But I mean, I think
Yeah.
the studio still can. If I believe, yeah, I think so. But yeah, that's that. I thought it was pretty cool, so I'd mention that. According to Insider My Time to Shine Hello, who we get a lot of information from, um, we were told that obviously that Cable will not be in Deadpool 3. We mentioned apparently the TVA sent him back to his timeline. But we kept hearing a long time ago that Josh Brolin was supposed to be returning as Thanos and as Cable. We heard that a long time ago. Well, according to My Time to Shine Hello, Josh Brolin is still set to return as Cable, but it won't be in Deadpool 3. So I think
Interesting.
Josh Brolin's going to be our MCU Cable.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I love Cable.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Throw that in there. This next thing is actually crazy. Did you read about what James Gunn said of the scrapped Rocket and Groot short film that he wrote and directed?
I did. I heard he was. I heard he did one, but I didn't read anything into it. I just thought that's all I say. It's just like, yeah, I had a short film planned.
Well, somebody on Threads mentioned, he said, "Hello, Mr. Gunn. Now that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is finished, do you mind to reveal who Tibius Lark is? In Guardians 1, when they're captured by the Nova Corps, that is one of Rocket's and Groot's associates. Or, I mean, Groot's associate, sorry. There's a character named Tibius Lark." And he asked about it. Gunn said, "I wrote a short film explaining the origin of how Rocket and Groot met. It was even storyboarded and location scouted, and we did test footage for it. It was seen at San Diego Comic-Con in the trailer we cut together after 12 days of shooting. But I didn't have time to do it as Volume 1 amped up. In it, Tibius, Lark, Groot, and Rocket were all imprisoned in a deep well in the ground. Tibius was on the verge of dying. He explained to Rocket he had been caring for Groot for years. He was a former zookeeper in a crappy galactic-side zoo. He explained he had saved Groot, who was on exhibit there, and that Groot was a loyal friend. He asked Rocket to please take care of him, and then he died. As he died, Rocket looked down in the dark cell and noticed he was a robot. The lower body of his body smashed open and mechanical. The guards above ground heard something rumbling, and they turned and saw Rocket and Groot bursting up from the ground, Rocket on Groot's shoulder, and in Rocket's hands was a machine gun made from Tibius Lark's body. And he shot all the guards, and they escaped and were together until they met the Guardians. And that was a little small short film that he had done, but it never got to see the light of day.
Sucks. I honestly wonder what that would look like. Like, I wonder what they would have aired on.
That's true. It could have been like a thing that
Or
played right before.
maybe, yeah, before a movie, an ABC special, or or maybe it was like maybe it could have came out on like a DVD, or like a Blu-ray extra, like the first Guardians movie.
Yeah. But sucks we're not gonna get that. But it's interesting to hear a little bit of that behind the scenes stuff. Um, okay. Like I said earlier, something that connects to Agatha, a special presentation revolving around something called the Witch's Road was filmed alongside the Agatha Cone of Chaos series. It is being eyed to release in 2024. The Witch's Road is supposedly where Wanda is right now, and it's like a place where witches go to, like, I don't know, exile themselves, I guess. I don't
Uh,
know. But yeah, special presentation. But there's a bit of bad news that comes with this. Marvel's reportedly looking to do less special presentations moving forward, according to Can't We Get Some Toast, because of the quote poor reception of the previous two.
I know.
What poor
I figured.
reception? Werewolf
I
Ball. No one watches them. I know that. I watch a decent amount of YouTubers that like react. Some of them are going through the MCU right now for the first time and reacting to it. I'm just kind of like watching along with them.
yeah.
And all of them have skipped Werewolf by Night and the holiday special.
And I'm just like, Werewolf by Night, I kind of get, but like, why are you skipping the holiday special?
Who knows? I guess
'Cause
they
at
don't
least
think it's like canon. I don't know.
it is. I hate to break it to them. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh my god. It aggravates me because Werewolf by Night was like the best thing. Is the best thing on Disney. I like it more than the holiday special. Granted, it's like two completely different things, but I love Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. Let me look how long we have on this. 3 minutes. Oh God. Jesus. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Um, Still hope we get a Ghost Rider special or a Man Thing special. But yeah, I guess with that we go ahead and end this meeting because Zoom hates
Yep,
us.
definitely.
All right. According to DCEU leaks, this is Marvel news, by the way. I don't know what they're doing leaking Marvel stuff.
I don't know
Eben
either.
Moss Bachrach, which apparently they got this from Reliable Insider. A few other people were talking about it. I saw on Twitter. But the actor, I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong. Ebon Moss Bachrach, who played the computer guy, was like not Peacemaker, Punisher in the Netflix Punisher show. Whatever his name was. Remember, he had longer hair and he was like kind of like the hacker guy. He's the one that sewed up Punisher, right, when he was shot, and
Yeah,
they worked together the whole time. That actor,
yeah,
he also has a clip going around right now where he makes fun of some people, calling him Snyder cult people or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that actor apparently is set to play the Thing in Fantastic Four,
Oh, okay.
and this is my hope, right? Well, actually, this connects to the next piece of news, which is the casting for Fantastic Four has been halted due to the strike. Um, God. Superman got announced in January, and we already have like 6 castings. This movie got announced in 2019, and we still don't have anything.
Yeah, this is it's a pain to work deal with.
Yeah. But I think there's a silver lining. Actors want fair pay. Adam Driver wants more money. Marvel's gonna be like, we don't have money to give you.
Blessing in disguise? Question mark.
Yeah. No Adam Driver? Question mark.
I mean, it's just like
I keep
anyone.
forgetting, like, this guy's playing Ben Grimm. If it is true, he's a little old. He's older, not like too old, but he's like, oh, he's up
Yeah,
there a little bit. I was like, oh, it's a little old, but I remembered. I was like, they've been doing this for a while. I mean, Reed and Sue have kids,
yeah.
so I guess they're all going to be a little bit older. Which I think, then again, if that's true, then Ryan Gosling's perfect age for Johnny Storm.
Oh, please, please let him do it. You want to talk about making a movie making a bunch of money?
That's true. Imagine Ryan Gosling, this guy who's playing the Thing, uh, Glenn Howerton as Reed Richards, and then I guess we could do Vanessa Kirby. Not
I'm
Margot
fine with
Robbie.
her. I'm fine with Vanessa Kirby. I'm cool with
That would
that.
be your Fantastic Four. Danny DeVito as Mole Man, because there's no one else you can cast as Mole Man.
Because no one else can be as Mole Man, and I'm sure
Um,
they would love it.
you probably would.
If, just get the entire. You know what? Screw it. Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast
As
in
the Fantastic Four.
as Fantastic Four.
But yeah, casting stopped. But God, I hope they get somebody. We were supposed to find out about this casting at Comic-Con, but then all the strike happened, and so it's not gonna happen. And I blame the studios.
And then
Gosh.
D23, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
we'll
Yeah.
never find it. We'll never find out the casting of this thing.
No, never. We don't even know we're going into the movie.
Hey, wouldn't that be something? It's like, yeah, you ain't gonna know who's playing until
It's crazy that everything's getting delayed now too because of this. Oh,
I know. It's like I swear, man. Like it's like stuff was already getting delayed before.
yeah.
Now it's like it's even worse.
Um. Yeah. Man, it's unfortunate. Want to hear a 4chan Deadpool 3 plot leak that apparently is a quote a good guess?
Sure, lay it on me.
Well, apparently. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. The first one had many right things, but it was just a good guess, which matches the actual rumor leaks of plots. This new version is closer to reality, but never believe everything is 100% correct. If you guys love to read plot leaks, then take this as as consideration only. Never blindly trust anything plot leak related. So this says. So we'll take this all with a huge grain of salt. Here we go. Film begins right where Deadpool 2 left off, with Deadpool using Cable's time machine to redo history. He goes to the future to find a dying old Logan and uses Cable's machine to make him younger and cure him. Logan doesn't know who Wade is and asks him to go away, but Wade tells him he traveled all this way so they could become BFFs. It's already great.
Already perfect.
Logan tells him and Wade is about to what? Okay, Logan tells him and Wade is about to go back to the past, but then they are both captured by the TVA's police force, the Minutemen. The TVA is stretched thin because of the new multiverse appearing, so they can't monitor everything, and they have a problem with the Fox universe and their use of different methods of time travel. They mention they brought Cable back to his timeline. They quickly prune Wade and Logan. Wolverine gets the yellow suit that was in the void and was left by another Wolverine who died. Wolverine is mad at Deadpool for getting him into all this, and they fight, but since they both can't die, they realize their battle is pointless. In the void, they find different Fox locations and characters that were pruned, like the 2015 version of Fantastic Four, Fan Four Stick.
They find them in there?
Apparently.
Oh, dude, Miles do we see them physically or?
I mean, that's what it says. I mean, we would see Michael B. Jordan, right?
It's Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller. I can't remember the girl's name and that thing, the thing in there. You think we'll see him walking around? That's who we'll see. We'll just see the CGI.
I don't know.
We don't know.
One thing that's coming up right here is true. This next part. And we'll see other versions of Deadpool, such as Lady Deadpool and Dogpool. And they'll join them for the movie.
Oh, you see that?
Dogpool, Can We Get Some Toast leaked that, I think, or it was My Time Shining Low, one of the two. They're the same person that runs those accounts. But they posted picture of what the dog looked like. It was like one of those ratty looking dogs. But it's gonna have a Deadpool mask on.
It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. They call it the mutt with a mouth or something like that. Yeah. Let's see what's next. They're then brought back by Mr. Paradox, a TVA agent who's a fan of this version of Wolverine and Deadpool. He convinces the TVA to give them another chance if they help him on a mission to prune a timeline that went out of control. They agree and travel with him to Universe 838, where the Wanda of this Earth has lost her mind after being possessed by 616 Wanda and remade the world. So, remember the Wanda dreamwalked into that Earth's Wanda, and killed the. Well, apparently that Earth's Wanda lost her mind, and she remade the world. I'm talking House of M style.
Oh wow!
Like instead of no more mutants, it's like mutants or something. I don't know.
Mutants. That's just one word.
Now her father Magneto is in charge as the leader of the new Illuminati. That includes different Fox characters like Ben Affleck's Daredevil and Jennifer Garner's Elektra and Jessica Alba's Sue Storm. Wolverine and Deadpool and Lady Deadpool and Dogpool and the TVA get to 838 New York City to fight the Illuminati, and with the help of the TVA can beat the Illuminati, and Logan steals the TVA's device and uses it to fulfill his own goal of changing the events of X2 and X-Men Last Stand so Jean and the rest wouldn't die. But messing with the timeline is a risk, and the Paradox and Wade go after him. The Illuminati were able to get one of the TVA devices and also follow them. Eventually, the TVA enlists the X-Men of Logan's Earth to help make him see reason and surrender peacefully. Then there's a big battle in X2, similar to that of Last Stand, but against 838 Magneto, with Deadpool and Logan recruiting an army of Fox characters. Lady Deadpool and X2 Logan die at the hand of 838 Magneto. We get a Jean versus 838 Wanda fight, and Jean wins and gives Wanda the mutant cure, and that weakens her. They win, and the TVA prune Earth 838. They tell Deadpool and Logan they will take them back to their original timeline, but Deadpool wants to go to the MCU, so he prunes the X2 timeline. So he, Dogpool, the X2 X-Men, Future Logan, Paradox, and 838 Wanda are all thrown into the MCU by the TVA, who don't know what to do with them at the end. It fell apart at the end.
Definitely.
And that's what part I think that's fake. But there's definitely some stuff in there that's true.
I'm hoping that part is not true. If it is, we need that writer's strike in. They better come with a deal immediately to fix it.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think a lot of this is true. A lot of it's not. Some of it's too silly to be true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna have an army of Fox characters. Well, he might. Well, I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be that many characters. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be some.
I can just see Fantastic Four and like X-Men.
Yeah. And
So,
Daredevil.
and yeah, Daredevil and Elektra. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plot leak, supposedly. Apparently, like the guy said, it's closer to reality, but it's still not 100% correct. Which some of that lined up with some that was in the first one, if I remember. But the ending did. The ending was the same, but it wasn't because it mentioned a lot more characters coming to the MCU. And I don't think Hugh Jackman's going to the MCU.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
How they gonna resolve that though? Definitely.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Huh?
All right. Final piece of DC Marvel news. Let's find it. There it is. I Am Groot season 2 will be releasing in the fall of this year. According to the Cosmic Circus, their sources stated that I Am Groot season 2 is expected to premiere in early September. This would place the release of season 2 as the next MCU project after Secret Invasion. It would release before second season of Loki in October and Echo in November. Let's see. The Cosmic Circus also confirmed their sources that Vin Diesel will return to voice the character again for the second series of shorts. But he's not alone. They can also confirm that Jeffrey Wright will reprise his role as the Watcher in one of the shorts in I Am Groot's second season.
Okay.
What? Groot interacting with the Watcher was not on my MCU 2022 bucket list.
Definitely not. All right, I am trying to think how. I wonder how Watcher's going to interact with Groot. I mean, I don't know, space. I mean, it's possible. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, that's that. And that's the end of the Marvel news.
Yep.
This next one's the fun stuff. This is like my favorite part of the news these days is the DC stuff. We got a trailer to talk about. We're gonna talk about some Blue Beetle final trailer. The trailer showed me the entire movie.
Yeah. But dang, it looks good.
The movie looks fun, and I gotta say, I don't know how I think an audience is gonna feel about it, but I was watching it and I thought it looked like a fun time. I mean, something just to watch. It's like a fun super standalone. It's basically standalone superhero movie.
Yeah.
The story doesn't take place in the DCU, but the character will come over. The actor will. But the trailer, I mean, it came out Tuesday, I think. I think it was Tuesday, and I mean, we saw some of the villain, more George Lopez.
Oh yeah, more definitely more
Yeah,
Lopez.
George Lopez had that line. It's been stuck in my head since he looked at me. He's like, "You're a superhero, cabron." That's what he said.
Yeah,
I've had that stuck in my head and said
I mean,
hear George Lopez in my head.
George Lopez better not die.
He's sad little writer.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like he might.
Oh yeah.
Because there was that shot in the trailer where those people were aiming the guns at the family, and he wasn't there.
Yeah. So that might be like, you think it's one of those like probably the low point of the movie. He's dead. Family's like, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, how much is? I mean, the movie looks good. You notice the little Easter eggs at the beginning? People were posting about it.
I did.
The city had the LexCorp.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ace Chemicals was there too.
Yeah.
Where
my daily planet?
Yeah. Well, this isn't Metropolis.
It ain't Metropolis. Yeah. What the heck am I? What are we talking about?
I don't know. Find it funny that like LexCorp is directly beside Cord Industries, and LexCorp's tower is like just slightly smaller.
Yeah, I know you were looking for. What did you say? You were looking for a Queen, Queen.
Yeah, I was looking for Queen Industries.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm mad.
Oh, maybe
But
next time. Maybe next
yeah,
DC universe after James goes, because he
after
probably.
oh my god. Let's see. See some more of the villain. Conrad Carapax is his name. I'm probably saying that wrong. Um, I don't know what his deal is.
I'll be honest. I don't know if you feel. I feel like he's gonna be the weakest part of the movie.
Maybe. I mean, he looked cool.
He looks cool, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I just have the feeling that I'm just
I
not
think the
gonna.
highlight of the movie will be the family dynamic. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely, I agree with
Um, I mean, the VFX look good.
that. Oh yeah. I mean, especially
Um,
good. I'm excited to see. I can't remember his name, but the guy playing Blue Beetle.
it's it's Cholo Maridueña is his name.
Oh, that works.
I know I was saying it wrong when I first
I
found it out.
was
I was
like,
thinking solo.
yes. Yeah, I'd say him and George Lucas are honestly my two favorite people I'm looking forward to this movie,
Hey,
especially
did
him.
you say George Lucas?
Did I say Luke?
Oh, I think you said George. I heard George Lucas.
I didn't say Lopez. Well, if I say either one,
Oh
I'm
God,
looking
George Lucas is in.
Blue Beetle.
Um,
Hey, I'd be okay with that. As long as it changed nothing about it, but who
he just
knows?
gave him all the force, and he made Blue Beetle and George Lopez brother and sister.
Um, George Lopez shot first.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but
What's
I mean, I'm definitely excited. I do agree. I feel like it did show too much, but I mean, whatever. I'm still gonna see it.
a month from just today? The current time we're recording this is 30 minutes after midnight. It's the 17th. A month from tomorrow. So month from Tuesday.
All right.
Um, yeah, the trailer was good though. I think I might have liked it better than the first one.
I did. I did definitely.
It was a little long. It was long. But,
I think Blue Beetle trailers out. I'm like, yes, go watch it. It's great.
yeah, I
Yeah.
hope we see Ed Cord. And uh, the kids playing the Beetle said that you can expect to see some familiar faces in the movie, DC characters, and I'm like, well, I don't know who he's talking about
Henry
because it
Cavill.
can't. Surely it's not any of the Justice League. They wouldn't do that again unless Blue Beetle's in desperate need of help, and then some red and gold boots land in front of him. You hear, "Ba-na-na, da-na, 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 da-na," and Wonder Woman's just,
Wonder Woman because revives George Lopez.
yep,
And we get George Lopez
the
legacy.
movie.
The movie.
Gee, I had watched that.
I would say.
No, I don't. I think it's gonna be maybe Ted Cord, the original Blue Beetle, and maybe I'm thinking Booster Gold too.
That's my big. I think we're going to something Booster Gold.
Then again, if it's a time travel, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a faceless Henry Cavill cameo.
If it is that, I'm gonna
Hey,
laugh.
it could be. You know what? This leads into one of the next piece of news this year. James Gunn said we'll probably see Vigilante before Peacemaker season 2. Hey, Vigilante show up in Blue Beetle?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, what? I mean, hey, you know, be a familiar face.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really explain. I mean,
It seems
you
more
know.
likely than people like Batman or
Oh yeah, yeah.
Superman.
Oh yeah. Well, see, those are very unlikely too. I think I don't know. I don't know who exactly, but
I'm sticking with Booster Gold and Ted
that's what
Cord. I want a
I'm
live action Blue and Gold.
that's what I'm gonna stick with as well. It just I don't know, it makes sense to do. Um,
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, they can do it. Yeah, I'm gonna say Booster Gold, And I'd say the big one, because not many people know who Booster Gold is, and I'd say the best way to do it, you think you'll have a shadow reveal of Chris Pratt is playing Booster Gold or something, or
No,
or like a pretty decent actress playing him, or something?
no, I don't think so. I think, well, I don't know. I don't know. See, this is like the point where I'm like confused about what exactly could go on because this is still taking place in a different universe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, I thought it was taking place in the thing, in James Gunn's world.
No, it's the character is going to come a James Gunn world, but everything. Well, this leads into the next piece of news. So we need to rate this trailer first. We
Oh, yeah.
rate this trailer on 5.
Yeah. 5. Screw it. It was good.
Oh. I was gonna give it a 4 because it was too long. Gave away a little too much. Like that whole scene with the family being targeted and they're out in the front line, like that didn't need to be in the trailer.
Fine. I'll give it 4. 4.5. Yeah, I really loved it. I watched it multiple times. I was like, this is great.
I watched the Wonka trailer more times than I watched this. That's just me.
That's
just like the child in me.
I rewatched it and I was kind of into
it. It gives me that feeling what I used to get when I watched the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and I was little. Just like I guess like the whimsical kind of. And they got good producers for it. I mean, they got the Harry Potter producers to do it, so it's got that kind of like magic feel to it.
I mean, if it's seriously giving you that feeling, I mean, you'll probably really, really enjoy the movie.
I hope so. Oh, I mean, I had that feeling when I watched Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny trailer, but from what I've heard, I don't know if that movie's any good or not.
That's very true there.
And again, I might like it. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I saw if you go to Applebee's, spend $35, get a
free ticket.
Yeah, you get a free ticket.
Hey, I'm gonna go Applebee's.
Here, should we spend $70 to get 2 tickets?
We'll get a meal too.
Oh yeah, I guess we would get a meal out of it, or we could just buy tickets and then go to Cookout and just spend $20.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Let's talk what James Gunn said. Well, actually, let me check the time. Oh my God, 4 minutes.
Oh.
Let me pick I'm gonna skip ahead. We're gonna hit a little small piece of news here. James Gunn has confirmed that Amelia Harcourt will not be appearing in Superman Legacy, which made a lot of people happy. Which kind of I don't know what the hate is for her. I mean,
I don't want her in everything, but I don't understand the hate. If I'm not gonna like it.
And one person said, and I think I sent you this, and I said it was like an L take. One person, oh my gosh, let me see. It was, I forgot what they were talking about. I think it was when this news dropped. They started talking about it, and I was like, what an L take. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. All right, photos. I
don't know what it was, but I know it's just an L take.
I'm looking for it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna read it. Or I'm not gonna find it. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna find it. Well, they said something about she's one of the worst characters to come out of DC. She character arc mid, it looks mid. I was literally calling everything about her mid, the way she looked, the way she talked, the way she acted. I was
all right, this is strange. All right,
yeah, it's
just hating on. Okay,
for no reason.
But cool for you.
Yeah, that is that. We got 3 minutes left. I'm just gonna call it there.
Experience Superman Returns at KFC. 4 pieces of succulent chicken, whipped potato, and coleslaw. Superman Returns Buddy Meal, only $9.95 at KFC.
All right. James Gunn and Peter Safran have both came out and said a bunch of things, clearing up the confusion, sort of, on what the heck is the DCU, what's canon, what's not, what is going on.
Yes.
Here we go. I'll read some of that. Peter Safran says they are, quote, trying to minimize audience confusion and maximize their enjoyment when it comes to the new DCU. The good news is, if you've seen nothing that we've done before, you can watch Superman Legacy, you can watch Creature Commandos, you can watch Peacemaker Season 2, and you can watch Blue Beetle, all of that. It says he gave a statement to Vanity Fair confirming they're basically looking to fully reboot DC and minimize the audience confusion. And someone said, aren't they making Waller and Peacemaker Season 2, though? That's not a full reboot, then. And he responded, they're acting like it's a fresh jumping on point, though. Like you didn't need to see the Suicide Squad or Peacemaker Season 1. And then James Gunn came out and said that DC Studios canon starts, well, movie canon, he says, starts with Legacy, but the canon starts with Creature Commandos. So the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are not canon story-wise to the new DCU. The characters will carry over.
Okay. Yeah.
So that same actors playing the same characters in this universe. Just story. This is a completely new thing. This is a reboot.
Yeah. I love the idea. So it is just a full-on reboot, pretty much.
Yeah, they're just utilizing. Why would you recast someone who didn't have? I mean, obviously they were going for younger actors of the Justice League, but like Suicide Squad characters like Peacemaker. Why would you recast Peacemaker?
Yeah.
John Cena did fine. Let's bring him over.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, no point. I think everyone that was in the Suicide Squad movie is gonna come over.
Yeah, maybe. Besides TDK, because James Gunn did confirm that he's dead.
Yeah.
Which leads into another piece of news here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's more. Let's see here. Actually, this is stuff we talk about later. So yeah, that was that then. Clearing up some confusion there. I understand it a little bit more now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do as well. It's gonna be. I'm pretty happy that it is really what I've wanted more. What I wanted more, which is a full reboot, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, I got here that the final runtime for Blue Beetle is 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Pretty decent runtime.
Yeah, not too long, not too short. We'll see though. See how it fares in about a month. This is a rumor. Someone tweeted or sent, I think it was on Threads, and said to James Gunn something about like, oh, all this stuff. I can't wait for you to see your movie, and I'm so excited you're gonna put the Authority in there and all this stuff. And then he put in parentheses in his reply, I never said the Authority were in this movie. So there's now rumor going around that the Authority will not be in Superman Legacy, and that apparently he put that information out there to the presses as a false flag.
Oh, dang. So okay.
We don't know what's true anymore.
We have no idea what's what anymore.
Other than what he said in the official castings. But I don't see why the Authority would be in this movie at this point. I don't know who the villain is. DC put out a thing recommending, like, here are the books that inspired the movie, and one of the books was a book called Superman Brainiac.
Yeah.
Which makes everyone think that Brainiac might show up in this movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's not a Justice League villain, he's a Superman villain.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm just.
They can make him a small.
Oh, you think? I know Superman ain't just starting out, but he's still a pretty young Superman there, right?
This is his 5th year being Superman, from what I remember reading. But this is like earlier years at the Daily Planet. So do you think here's this question. Do you think that Lois finds out Clark is Superman in this movie?
Uh, or not? They already know.
I don't think they already
Uh,
know. No.
I don't
Her
think so
her and
either.
Jim. I think if they do it, Lois will find out. Jimmy also won't find out.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll say they find out.
Okay. Um, let's see. We have 4 castings for Superman Legacy. And I'm happy about all of them. Let's get into that. Starting with, they're all heroes now. So all heroes that we'll see out in the world. James gonna explains why all this is a thing. Some people are mad about this. A lot of people are apparently. Which I
I
don't
don't
know.
know why.
Yeah. Here we go. Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. She played in one of the Transformers movies, and she also played Dora the Explorer in the live action Dora movie. And she's been in some
Uh,
other stuff too.
okay.
I can't remember what. I know she's been in a lot of action movies. She'll be playing
Okay.
Hawk Girl. We don't know exactly what they're doing with Hawk Girl. If it's gonna be like what version of it of her, and or if Hawkman exists. I feel like Hawkman should exist too.
If they're getting a hot man, dude, I want the guy that was in Black Adam.
That'd be cool.
But
He looks a lot
that's
older than this girl.
oh yeah, a lot, a lot.
Um, yeah, there's that. There's Edie Bethegi who played Darwin in X-Men First Class, the mutant who couldn't die but then died.
Yes.
He'll be playing Mr. Terrific.
Okay.
It's a pretty good casting. He looks like.
Yeah, I don't know much about Mr. Terrific. I need to I don't know. Do you have any comics of him? Because I definitely like to
I don't have
borrow.
any comic books, but all what I know of him is based off of Arrow because he was in almost that whole show, and I
Oh,
know they've got that pretty much right. I mean, his whole thing, he's a gadget. It's gadgets and technology is his whole thing, and
oh,
so he's like one of the smartest men in the DC universe. And he's got these things called T spheres, which are like these little metal balls that have like a T on them, letter T. And can do a bunch of stuff like scan crime scenes or like run into bombs and all kinds of stuff. So basically like a tech wizard. And he wears like his cool leather jacket. He's got the T painted on his face. He wears his leather jacket. It says "Fair Play" down the sleeve.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
pretty
See,
cool.
I love his design. I love his design.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's trying to see Mr. Terrific powers. Yeah, genius level intellect. He's a scientist, engineer, invisibility, skilled athlete, and hand-to-hand combatant. And he uses technology to solve all these problems.
Yeah. I mean, I am very interested in that character because I've heard many great things about him. But I do definitely want to see. I definitely need to read up on him before the movie comes out.
Yeah. The next casting is Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern.
Not much to say, but a W.
Yeah, this is
um,
great, and he will have the classic bowl cut. We're saying Nathan Fillion with a bowl cut.
I mean, anything with the bulk of it is that's gonna be interesting.
I can't believe so. We have already Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, and Jon Stewart.
I mean,
I feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know. Something
give
gonna
me
happen
that.
to Guy Gardner maybe, and then Ring goes to find Jon Stewart.
Give me that. Give me that classic Green Lantern with the sweater. Give me that one.
I don't think we're gonna get classic Green Lantern.
It's James Gunn. We'll do it. We'll get it.
Not in this movie.
You don't think
I
so?
think so. These are all like modern heroes at the moment. I mean, they probably existed at one point, but they're probably dead now. Or old.
Yeah.
This person
Right.
says they think Superman Legacy will start with Hal. Oh wait, I don't know what they mean. Hal and Guy as the Earth Lanterns, die on Earth, which everyone's annoyed about, and howl in space. Then the events of the movie will prompt the Guardians to send another ring to Earth, and Lanterns will be John's origin story.
That would be cool. I'll be into that.
Um, so there's that. And then the next casting, I can't believe we're getting a live action Green Lantern. It's just like blows
Oh,
my mind. The next
Mhm.
casting is, I think, excellent casting. Seen him in a lot of things, and the character's interesting as well. Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Who Metamorpho was always the character that I can never remember his name, but I always recognize him. Like that guy's that colorful guy.
Oh yeah, minimal. And I saw a clip from Justice League Unlimited about him. I don't know if you saw it.
He can well I think I saw it. I think so. I saw it on a video on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm just like, I already love this guy.
Yeah, his whole thing is that he can literally just change into any element, and even kryptonite.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, literally, like Superman literally was like just grabbing him, and he immediately just like turned. I mean, literally just blasted Kryptonite out.
Yeah, and he's gonna be played by Anthony Carrigan, who played Victor Zsasz in Gotham. Played a character called Mist in The Flash. He played in Smallville at one point, and he also plays a character named NoHo Hank in the show Barry on Max.
And I started watching that series, so if I see him in there, I'll let you know how he
All right,
is.
it's very, I think I'm on season 2 of it. I haven't caught up on because I'm in the middle of watching Superman and Lois. Once I finish that, I'll expect the Barry.
Yeah, yeah. Barry. I mean, Barry seems like really cool so far. So
Yeah. But those are the castings for Superman Legacy. People are saying that there's too many superheroes in this, and that's doing a Batman versus Superman route. Like they're not going to have big roles, but there's a
no, they'll
reason
be
that
there.
they're in the movie. James Gunn came out and said,
James Gunn doesn't have characters in there that are like pointless.
"Yeah, that's exactly what he said." Which I have the screenshots here. I can go ahead and read them. What people were telling him, asking him and stuff. Someone asked, "I'm very excited we're jumping right into an established DC world. I just hope that the focus remains on Lois and Clark. The film remains a true Superman story that explore that the film remains a true Superman story that explores his character. Give us an amazing Superman story, James, the one we fans have dreamed of. I trust you, and I believe you'll do just that. I mean, we're excited for Legacy." He said the primary story will most definitely revolves around Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
And this
I
person
saw.
said, "Yeah, it is awesome." Something about that. This person said, "Super excited, love the castings. However, I got to ask, what compelled you to put these characters into a Superman story?" And he says, "They fit the story I'm telling. Story always comes first."
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. James Gunn wouldn't put no like BS in there if
yeah.
like if it didn't need to be.
This
You know.
person commented, "I thought this movie was about Superman." And he said, "Superman is a man of two worlds. Clark with Lois, Jimmy, and Perry, and Superman with his meta-human compatriots. How could I tell a full story about Clark/Superman without including all areas of his life?"
Yeah, I mean, again, he says it best every time.
Yeah.
Um, and there's no Snyder fan or no hater that can tell me otherwise.
Yeah. And he also came out and said this, which is my favorite one. I mean, I like the last one, but this one's good. He said, "I've never once used one movie to set up another movie. That's why people are like, oh, you putting these characters in here, you're just doing it so you can set up their appearances later on." And that's what he says, "I've never once used one movie to set up another movie. The characters are there because they help to tell Superman's story better, not so we can set up separate projects in the franchise. Superman and Lois are the very clear protagonists."
Yeah,
Oh my god,
it's
this movie.
it was very. I mean, it's very obvious of like who's like the main characters here.
Yeah. And I think that's all the tweets he put out. Yeah. So that's that. I'm clearing up some info there. We were gonna read about a leaked Batgirl plot, but we have too much in this episode already. We're gonna cut that. We'll do it next week. Um, all right. Let's see here. Matt Reeves. Kind of unfortunate news.
Yeah, very.
Well, not about the Well, I'll say the Batman Part 2 is can no longer begin casting or pre-production this year. Is the first thing.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. But then he came out and talked about the fantastical element of Batman.
The good news.
We'll see. He
I mean,
continued that. So I love the fantastical side of Batman, but this iteration, obviously, while being to me, I think it is very comics faithful. But I don't think that this one is necessarily. It doesn't lean as hard into the fantastical, I guess. But I think to me, what would be interesting would be to try and unwind the fantastical and see, well, how could you make that make sense here? And so that's kind of my view, how I see it.
interesting.
Yeah, so
Maybe
we're not getting big clay monster Clayface.
Well, maybe it's. I think he's saying it's grounded stuff. Maybe a little fantastical spin on it.
Well, he said he's going to unwind the fantastical and see how do I make that make sense in this world.
Oh dang! Okay, yeah, I completely heard the opposite of what he just. So I
Yeah,
really disappointed him so hard.
Yeah,
Hard.
we're not getting big monster Clayface. I mean, there's still a chance that it could be good. I mean, like, there's obviously not like.
I mean, I'd like to see like a cool like tragedy or something. Like maybe, you know, maybe you hear like about a boy, you know, drowning in like some type of cement or something, or some type of clay. Then next thing you know, there's a killer going around called the Clayface, and everyone thinks it's like the boy haunting or something. I don't know.
I
It's
think
not
it'd
real.
be creepy if they did like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. The Clayface, he like kind of like a Hush, turn him into Hush a little bit, but not really. Like you can make himself look like other people by like maybe what if he like cuts their faces off or something, puts it on his face,
Oh, kind of like how
like,
like
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm cool with that.
I don't know. I think
Would it be too close to Hush? Though? Well, I mean, Hush goes for just straight up Bruce, but
yeah, unless because they're not going to do. I don't think they're going to do Hush in this universe. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that was Matt Reeves talking about the fantastical element. The Flash will end its theatrical run with lower domestic box office score than Green Lantern, the Ryan Reynolds movie.
that's a major L.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say about it. Just moving on.
Yeah, I can't believe it even. That sucks though, because I mean, I don't think the movie's that bad, but I mean, it's just I think a lot it just does with Ezra Miller and
It was this test screenings.
too many test screenings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, what's next here? Some rumored projects in development at DC Studios. Huge, huge, huge grain of salt here. All right. Insider Jose Fabian Gonzalez revealed that he says he got this information from Jeff Snyder, which I don't believe. More people will be talking about that. So this could be all fake. But these are some projects 15 projects that are not announced yet for Chapter 1 of the DCU, rumored. The Terrifics, which the Terrifics is a team like the Fantastic Four of DC. It consists of Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, and Phantom Girl. And we already have 2 of them in the DCU. A Plastic Man in there. Phantom Girl will get Terrifics.
Who should play Plastic Man?
There has to be John Mulaney or Ben Schwartz. I know they're gonna go young, so they gotta be one of those 2.
No Jim Carrey. Why not Jim Carrey?
He will.
Jim
Same
Carrey.
with Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell can totally do it.
No, he can't. It's too old.
Yeah, he can.
All right, we'll get Adam Driver to play Plastic Man.
Oh, we'll both lose. Then. I'd rather one win than both.
Yeah. The second project says Canary and Arrow. I don't believe this list is real, but I mean, if it is, awesome. But like, I wish. Teen Titans. It doesn't say if it's a movie or show, so it's just a project. Teen Titans. I'd like to see like a cool comic accurate Teen Titans.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, it's just some of that '90s Starfire hair.
Yeah,
and I'll be down.
Animal Man, which we've already heard rumors about anyway. Wonder Woman, so she's getting her own project, I guess, after the Paradise Lost show. Zatanna, John Constantine, he getting his own project. It's kind of crazy. The Secret Six, which I guess are like, I've heard of them, but I don't know exactly who they are.
Yeah,
Superman versus the Authority.
man. I mean, like,
I don't,
is there gonna be a like?
I don't think they'd make that a movie.
I was saying, it's gonna be like a Superman sequel. Like, what is that? Like, Superman versus the Authority.
I don't know. Justice League Dark. Wolf. I don't know what Wolf is.
It's just Wolf.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Metal Man. Justice League New Frontier. Gotham City Sirens, and then a Justice League sequel. It's also revealed that among the titles that still have yet to be confirmed, there's a special one that Gunn prefers to still reserve the title in secret for a while longer, because the name will be too revealing, which we have also heard before.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Actually, oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. But it's like a very like big like secret project.
Yeah. And everyone thinks it's Rot World.
That's what I don't know. You kind of convinced me of that's what it is.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna do Animal Man and Swamp Thing, then they're setting up Rot World, because that's the only reason those two would exist so close to each other in the same chapter would be because you're setting that up. Because Animal Man is not a popular character. But yeah, and then the final piece of DC news here: Patrick Wilson has expressed interest in returning as Night Owl in the DCU.
Best news out of the any DC and Marvel news. Give me either a Watchmen reboot that is the exact same as the last movie,
Every same script and everything. James Gunn can rewrite Zack Snyder's script.
or maybe just do the alien at the end of this time.
James Gunn would be the one to do that.
I want James Gunn to do something Watchmen. Like, please. I had them on Twitter, ask him about it, and no response.
He doesn't respond to the comic book burrito.
Not yet.
Yeah.
This
person just tweeted Guardians 3 was low key mid. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
It's irked me. Okay. But yeah, I'd be interested in coming back, especially if we're doing some more Watchmen in the DCU. But that's the end of the DC news.
Yeah. So
we have 4 minutes left in the meeting, but we have there's actually two. Okay, I can get through this quickly. I forgot there are two more. This is other news. The Boys season 4 has been halted due to their strike. Okay, I'm gonna contain my emotions. We're gonna continue on. Excuse me. The Boys spinoff Gen V is officially set to premiere on Prime Video in September. Finally a release date, release month. So that kind of ties in because Extra Beef, this upcoming Extra Beef is The Boys. So
yeah, I mean,
The Boys season 1.
Oh yeah, I mean that's good. That's good. I'm excited for Gen V and yeah, definitely the Boys. Because we both are starting to watch season 1. They're going to do that here soon.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the other news, and now it's time for gaming. But we got to end the meeting first. Gaming.
Yes. You just want to get the big one out of the way?
Which is the big one?
Black Panther.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if it'd be Spider-Man or not. I felt like in your mind that would be.
Well, it's not how really big Spider-Man was, besides like the Hot Toy figures.
Well, yeah, I thought we would do predictions because in 4 days the whatever it is happens.
Oh yeah, forget. Yeah. I mean, I guess we can do predictions. We'll do that. We'll do that last. Tweet Monday morning, literally the exact same time as that Wolverine suit reveal. Cliffhanger Games tweeted an all new hashtag Black Panther story begins here at Cliffhanger Games. We're a newly established EA studio developing a original single-player Black Panther action-adventure game exploring the world of Wakanda with Marvel Games. Yeah, and they have a little thing here. It shows off Black Panther, and yeah, well, it shows off the character, just a little logo, and that's it. I'm a little. Oh no, well, first I want to point I am very very excited about this.
Now
I think it's
we kind of knew about this, right?
yes. Yeah, I was a rumor because it was EA because we heard a rumor that EA was working on 3 or 4 Marvel games.
Yes, three Marvel games, and one of them was Black Panther. But this is also the game we heard that you're playing as a character that is not T'Challa or his dad. You're playing as the next in line after T'Challa.
Yeah, which is going to be very. I wonder if that. I mean,
Well, it says
is that revealed now?
I got here. EA said in a press release, "Our mission is to build an expansive and reactive world that empowers players to experience what it is like to take on the mantle of Wakanda's protector, the Black Panther. We're dedicated to delivering fans a definitive and authentic Black Panther experience, giving them more agency and control over their narrative than they've ever had experience in a story-driven video game. Wakanda is a rich superhero sandbox, and our mission is to develop an epic world for players who love Black Panther and want to explore the world of Wakanda as much as we do." They went on to say that the journey to create the Black Panther game is only now beginning, so fans probably shouldn't expect to play the title anytime soon. He promised that the new Black Panther game will have the quote attention to detail and authenticity that the world of Black Panther deserves.
Very excited to hear this. A part of me is a bit like, well, here, let's hold off our horses real quick because let's get this Iron Man game more closer to release before we announce another game we gotta wait forever. I don't know. Do you feel like that, or is that just
Kinda.
me?
It says well, this is being made by a different company, so
Is that yeah? It is a different company. I just
a new difference. It says
I all under EA. I was like, well, here, let's get this first Iron Man game, or at least get close to release of it before we show off another. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It says here, Cliffhanger Games is led by Kevin Stevens, who oversaw the production of Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor and Middle-earth: Shadow of War at Monolith Productions. He joined EA in 2021 to build a new studio, and now its first game has been announced as the Black Panther game. Other members of the team at Cliffhanger have worked on games such as Halo, God of War, and Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've heard those Shadow of Mordor games are like really really good. I never played them, but I've heard they're like really great.
They're not for me, but I'm not the biggest fan of like the fantasy games like that, like Elder Scrolls. I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the gameplay was fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I think it could be really cool.
Yeah.
I think it could be easily, but not too easy to screw up a Black Panther game. Get the get Wakanda world feel pretty good. I hope it'd be cool to have some like leadership choices in it. I mean, if you are, I mean, I'm assuming you have the mantle. You are a king of Wakanda, and you get to kind of choose of what actions to take and all that. And I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited.
What do you think the third and final game that EA is developing is? We got Iron Man, Black Panther. It's got to be another popular one, right?
Yeah.
Punisher. No, he'll be dope. But
Punisher. I'm gonna say it's not Captain America.
no, they got that Captain America Black Panther game still happening.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to say Daredevil, but like
Daredevil. The dream is a Hulk game for me. I like another Hulk game. Now, if I want something like new and original, I think what would I want? I don't know. I think a Thor game would be really cool.
would be cool.
I would like a Thor game.
I don't know if they do another event. I feel like it might be an X-Men.
Dude, I didn't even think about like a Wolverine or like a whole like team game. That would be great. I don't know. I would love a Hulk
Fantastic
game.
Four, EA's
If,
Fantastic Four.
if it's some, excuse me, if it's the number one thing I would want is a Hulk game. I know we have a good amount of those, but we haven't had one so long. And with today's technology of like destruction, I mean, imagine how cool it would be.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I want a Hulk game, but if it's an X-Men game, I'd be fine with that. I'd be honest, I'd be a little disappointed if it was a
Cyclops game.
just
Sorry.
a Cyclops game. But yeah, the thing is that I don't want a unless it's like a solo Wolverine game.
It's already
I
coming,
don't
so
want
it's not gonna do that.
I don't want like a solo Cyclops or anything. Like I want I just no screw it. Yeah, Hulk and X Men are probably tied because if I got a solo X Men game, that'd be great.
Oh, what about Fantastic Four?
I mean, I'd be okay with that. I'd be a bit disappointed because I want X Men or Hulk, but if it's that, I mean, if they literally come out tomorrow and do like a four symbol, I'll be like, okay, I'll be cool with that. 4-player co-op. All right, me and my friends can get on. We can all play, get some
I
get
still
some
think that's what
trophies.
Insomniac's doing.
Fantastic Four game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Maybe at the next showcase.
What if they
Uh,
work? What if Insomniac's working on an Avengers game?
An Avengers game. I'll be fine with that.
That'd be hype. But yeah, that's Black Panther game. What else do we have? All right, next. What is next?
What is next? Well, Marvel Spider-Man 4. Oh, sorry. Ugh, ooh,
Ah,
good lord, we're skipping 2 and 3, going straight to 4. No, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Comic-Con this Thursday as we are recording this 4 days. Uh,
3 days now.
and any predictions you have? Anything special you think we'll see? I know definitely all the voice actors are going to be there.
I think we might see. I don't know if we'll see everything. The people in the hall might see more than we do.
Yeah, yeah. They said it's not going to be live. Everyone's talking about like, oh, it's really disappointing news. I'm like, dude, I already expected that. What do you think?
Yeah.
But luckily, people there. I mean, they 99% of the time they are usually allowed to say what they saw. As long as like no clip is out there.
Yeah.
But if the clip's out there, it's out there.
I think
I think we'll get like a cut scene, like a big cut scene of the game.
we might get like the first mission of the game.
First, I'd say story. We're gonna get a story trailer for the public. We're gonna get a pre-order trailer, a story trailer, and
Yeah, probably story trailer. This sounds better.
maybe a deluxe edition trailer. Inside you'll see. I'm willing to bet you'll see a cutscene of the game. Whether that be the beginning one or something, I don't know.
You think we'll see Venom? I mean, this whole thing's about the symbiote. This whole panel.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a relationship with that. Whether or not we will see the reveal of who it is, they'll tell us. That's remaining to be seen, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Fury's gonna be there dressed in his black and white Spider-Man.
Well, with Bully Lowenthal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say there's gonna be a cutscene involving Venom, and that's what's gonna be exclusive to the people there. And maybe something else, but I don't know what though.
Is Tony Todd gonna be there?
Yes.
Maybe we'll get a video of him saying, "We are Venom."
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that'll definitely be out there, and everybody will talk about it. That's my predictions. Public will get a pre-order, deluxe, and a story trailer. Exclusive. I mean, I'm sure there'll be something else, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say a cutscene involving Venom and
An appearance by Daredevil.
and something else. Another reveal. They just can't say.
All right. Yeah. I pretty much agree.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with that we can go ahead and end this.
Yep.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us this week. talk about a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think. I think I gotta plug you guys on before we start. Yeah. So extra beef this week. Boys season 1, Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. It just depends on when we get to finish. Maybe Thursday. Um, I mean, tomorrow when I was recording this, the 18th. It Takes Two comes on PS Plus. All I'm saying.
Just a simple idea.
Yeah. Some streams.
Yep.
I'm gonna be streaming Control. I was gonna stream tonight. Still might. But that's happening.
I'd like to stream the especially if news is gonna slow down here for a minute. I'd definitely love to stream what do you call a lot more. That way we can have some
Have
lot of
some other
content.
things. We and you've talked about possible other video methods.
Yeah.
Some watch along commentary things. We just discussed different things.
Definitely doing the Uncharted series is a big one for me. I'd love to do, and then a legacy run of Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is on the table.
And yeah. So I guess with that being said, if you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404. Or Instagram as well at the Burrito_official and Threads at the same handle. You can contact us on Twitter at the CB Burrito, capital C, capital B Burrito, and on Facebook at the Burrito official page. We have a lot of social medias.
I know there's a lot. Plenty to go around. You can contact me at Marvel. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, not at Marvel Spider-Man 2. Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms. Contact me. We'll talk about Comic-Con, and we'll see with Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!